Welcome back, everyone, to our podcast, wotc, What's Next. Today we're here with Brandon and Liam.
I'm one of those people.
I'm Liam.
I knew it. I've always... Show me your driver's license right now and prove it.
I can't because it's over there.
Okay, stop the podcast.
Hold on.
We're done.
All right, so first thing we're going to talk about today is the obvious magic hot button topic of Therese Nielsen and Noah Bradley being let go by wotc.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Liam. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think pretty clear-cut Bradley's behavior was not acceptable, and immediately getting rid of him was like, I'm fine with that. Wizards doesn't have to associate with somebody who's going to like actually just admit that they're exhibiting predatory behavior. Like, I'm fine with that. Nielsen, on the other hand, I think is a huge mistake, and I don't like at all. Because not only is the artist like very integral to a lot of Magic's most iconic and like well-loved cards, I don't think she really did anything wrong at all. So there's that.
Brandon?
Yeah, Noah Bradley, easy. Like
We can all agree on that.
Yeah, he apologized, right? But you don't get to just like here's a bad analogy: murder somebody and say, "Oh, sorry."
You don't get
There's
to
still
be,
consequences.
You don't get
right?
to be Kevin Spacey and just say, I'm actually, guys, I'm homosexual, so cool, right? That doesn't work.
Right, yeah, that doesn't work.
You
There's
can't just-
consequences to your actions, and he getting cut from Wizards, I think, was a good move. Therese Nielsen, I'm not really one that gets to like say what's offensive to somebody or not, because I'm not that person. So if they feel like they were hurting somebody, or like Therese Nielsen's behavior was like cutting somebody out of the community, I'm all for like Wizards just using their business to take out whoever they feel like they need to or don't want to work with. It's their business, it's their thing. It makes like the secondary market for the cards good, and I think there's also a lot of other fantastic artists out there that Wizards can discover that aren't. That's what Wizards feels like their values are. So it's a shame. I do love me some Therese Nielsen art. I can still enjoy the art, but like,
Yeah. So like it's definitely like Noah Bradley. Like if Wizards didn't act quickly, it's one of those like it would have been way worse
Like,
for them.
Noah Bradley also has some amazing art.
He does, but it's also one of those.
Yeah. And I don't feel like the art's good enough to like.
I think you can divorce like the art from the artist.
Yeah,
I mean, like
you
his
can.
art was
It's just
good,
real hard too.
but
Sometimes.
you don't have to associate with him.
Yes.
And just like continuing to get stuff from him would be a bad idea.
Yeah, and then with Nielsen, the big thing for me was I was like, I mean, at the end of the day, Wizards is a private business. If they feel that it's going to be better in the long term for their bottom line, then that's their choice. Like it's almost like I'm in the boat with Liam. Like I don't necessarily see anything wrong, but I'm also not running that business.
I don't know if I see anything like exclusively wrong either. I just don't think I'm allowed to say what's wrong about that. So
Exactly.
Look, I'll agree with both of you that Wizards as a private entity is allowed to choose who they associate with. But when you're looking at these two people being removed...
Noah Bradley is very clearly
Yes,
one
yes.
of them to be removed,
One of them
right?
is clearly a problem, and the other one is like a couple people who probably didn't like this person anyway decided to be really loud about it and got her fired.
I mean, that's usually how it happens on the internet, right?
I
Which
just
is sad,
think, I don't know. I think it's scummy. Like whatever.
But now Force of Will is a pseudo reserve list card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope she still does well and like continues
Oh,
to make more
there's
awesome art.
yeah.
there's no way she doesn't do well. Like in all reality, like there is enough fantasy art that she has done that people are a fan of.
Yeah.
That I think it's like everyone's like, oh, it's just Magic. I'm like, no, she's done a lot of just fantasy art in general. It's kind of the same thing with like Christopher Rush, like Mark Teeden.
Rip Christopher Rush, by the way.
Yes. RK Post has done. I am such a fan of RK Post.
I love RK Post.
His style. I'm a really big fan of.
Mark Poole.
I say.
Oh, there was
it's not just Magic. They do a lot of fantasy art, and that's where people really.
There was
get
another
to know.
artist that Wizards lost, I think, through like their like payment methods through artists or something, which I think was really bad. It was the guy who did Animar, Peter Moorbacher.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter
Renowned
Dinklage.
artist.
Peter
And
Dinklage,
small
the renowned
person.
artist. No, the guy who did Animar, Wizards lost like I think about a year ago now, which is sad because I loved all of his art. He did so many good pieces. Oh my god, I can't remember what the other one was that I really liked.
I think I've met both of these people in person at various events as well. I can't remember.
Noah Bradley and Therese
I'm
Nielsen.
pretty sure we've seen both of them.
I don't think Therese ever came up here, from what I remember. I know Noah did.
No, I know. It was at I think it was in Portland. I know I got cards signed by her for a friend.
You know what?
Okay.
Whoever did the art for Eldritch Moon's freaking Emrakul just needs to do all the Magic art. Because that's...
You're biased. You're
I was-
so
I'm
biased.
so biased, but also that's like my favorite
Well,
art
Brandon,
of all
I
time.
hate to tell you, that was Bradley himself, and now you're supporting.
Noah Bradley?
I don't know.
Was it Noah Bradley?
It
Because
wasn't.
like, damn.
No, I looked at his art. It was not him.
Yeah.
No.
I was like...
How dare you?
But
All
that's like my favorite. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god. And not just because it's Emrakul. I just love like Eldritch horror also.
Okay.
So it was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so next subject we're going to touch on is Wizards released their MTG Arena playset update to where if you have a playset of a card that has the same name and same art, once you have a playset of it, then those will be the last cards that you open from store packs when you're cracking packs and getting rewards.
Mm-hmm. You don't play a lot of Arena, do you?
I was playing a lot of draft on there,
Mm-hmm.
and occasionally standard, but for the most part, no.
Yeah.
I've been playing a whole lot of standard on there lately. I got
Same.
ranked Mythic last season. It was real.
Right.
I was proud of me.
So I know it's I know there are certain people that like want their playset of a card to all be from the same set, same art, that kind of thing. So I'm like, that's gonna, if you have like 3 Fabled Passage from Thrones and you open one in the core 2021, like you're not gonna get either one of those until the rest of the set's complete. And so that can just irk some people. I still don't. I mean, like, okay, I know why Wizards isn't doing a dusting system like similar to Hearthstone or like Pokemon.
And I really think they should. I'm still on that opinion that
I
they
mean,
should have
that'd
something.
be,
I
that'd be
agree.
consumer friendly.
Very.
I would appreciate
And
that
you
as
know
well.
what? There's people like me that'll just dust everything and then have no cards and have to spend money anyway because that's what they did in Hearthstone.
Yeah, but you have dust though. Think about that.
Yeah, think about that. So it always works out for them in the end. I really think like Arena is the supplementary product to Magic. You know, like it's probably making more money than actual Magic right now.
Oh, right.
Hands down, yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
Because we live in the world of COVID-19 right now, but also like it's just more convenient to play and stuff.
Well, once we get a big old fire axe and start cutting down those 5G towers, we'll cure that big old COVID problem right there.
That's right. Once people stop vaccinating their kids,
Yeah.
we'll no longer have a COVID problem.
Yeah, and we never went to the moon.
That's right.
I'm just going to throw that out there. It's true.
we are going way off an MTG podcast
Okay,
here.
prove we've been to the moon, man. Come on. I want to see you do it right now.
I can't because Emrakul is currently living there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't think so.
that's he needs hazard pay for that.
So, Liam, how do you feel about the playset update?
I don't care. I don't care. Like, whatever. It's you gotta have more cards that look the same. That's basically it.
Well, no. So, like,
Well,
once you have a
yeah.
playset of the same art, same card name, you cannot open that card from store packs. So, like the loose pack,
Until you open all the
buy,
other rares.
until you have collected the rest of the set.
Okay, my only question would be like, if I'm now opening packs from a different set that also has a reprint of that card with different
same-
art.
With different art.
Different art. You will still get those ones,
Okay,
as far
so-
as we know.
All right,
because
whatever.
because Wizards has just said same card name, same art.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
the Scrylands that are in Core 2021, that were also in Theros.
Which ones?
The Scry ones.
Yeah, they're in the
Yeah,
Theros.
they're in Theros. Also,
Theros, yeah. So like those ones, like the art and the names obviously haven't changed. So that's why they're like, okay, well these things we'll get everyone's. But if you have a different, if you have a different art, then it's like okay, that makes sense at
Do
least
they do
somewhat.
set symbols as well on Arena?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Does that factor in at all?
No.
No.
If
Okay.
it's the
It's
same
just
art and same name.
and same
Okay.
name.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it makes
I
sense.
still think this is like the bare minimum they could have done. This is like
Agreed.
the least consumer friendly way. They could have made it a little more consumer friendly. Like you could have just made you not open it. You could have just given the people like the full playset if they already had the full playset of the same name, same art. You could have just picked whichever one you want. I don't feel like you need to open more of those on Arena because once you have the cards, you have the cards.
Yeah.
Like, which is why
Yeah.
you know what? If you had a dusting system and I happen to open those cards.
right.
Or
It's,
if you, like give you every time you get a duplicate card, you get some like currency, right?
Yeah,
you
Some,
get
like,
20 gems per rare, like 40 gems per mythic.
If you open anything past like the original four,
If they
it'll
just
give
had
you
an
20 gems.
option to like get rares for gems, that would make sense as well, but that's not an option, sadly.
I
or
mean,
just like even like turning in 4 rares for ad rare, like.
Well, yeah, because I was saying so like so Hearthstone breaks down to like their common uncommon stuff is you get 5 dust, but it takes 40 to get it. So there's like if you dust, you need 8 effectively uncommons to get a common. Rare is 8 as well
I
because
think you get 20 dust from a rare, and you need like 400 to.
no, you need 100.
You need 100. Okay.
100. Epic is the 400.
I thought that one was 800.
No.
And then the mythic was 1600.
Yes. Well, yeah, they're
I don't know, I
legend.
haven't
You're,
played
you're
Hearthstone
wrong. I'm an
forever.
avid Hearthstone player, and I know everything about it, and you're wrong.
Okay, well, break it down for us, then, sir.
See, in Hearthstone, there's this thing called goblins, all right? I don't know if you guys have heard of these, but they're in Hearthstone. They got them.
We're not talking about the Goblin Wage Gap right now, Liam.
There's also pizza and tacos in Hearthstone.
I think there's at least bananas.
There's at least
There's
bananas.
also pirates. Magic doesn't have pirates.
You're
Name
right.
one. Didn't think so.
and
Too late.
Grass
It's
Marauders.
over. Nope.
I was
It's over.
gonna say Admiral Brass.
Admiral.
Admiral
Bucket
Bucket Brass. Okay.
So yeah, I think at some point Wizards might have like an exchange system,
I doubt it.
but
Maybe in a world after COVID, when MTG Arena's on the decline, that'll be like, oh, you get dust now.
well that like or maybe like for Pioneer,
We're consumer friendly now.
like I think maybe for Pioneer that would be the ideally that would be the time to have that dusting system.
I could see them implementing like a trade feature over doing like Dust, where you can.
And
like,
I would appreciate a trade
yeah,
feature
that'd
too.
be a lot better.
Right? Yeah.
Because then with a trade feature, you wouldn't need Dust because then you'd have a secondary market of vendors where you could just get rid of your bulk rare cards that you don't.
Well,
want.
I mean, the thing about MTG Arena is that like every rare is the same value.
Yeah, and
Right.
also not every rare is good, and a lot of the rares that I get are awful, and I hate them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they had like, effectively that would be like a dust system. It's like okay, if you want this rare, it's gonna take 4 other rares to get to equivalent exchange kind of thing. Like if you want a specific one, you
Full
gotta trade.
Metal Alchemist.
I think they would.
Law
I
of
think they would
equivalent
implement
exchange.
trading over Dust or something like that, because trading is already on MTGO, Magic Online, and trading is already like.
They don't want to affect that market. I think they
again, but like MTO is different because those cards actually have intrinsic value,
said. Yeah.
and opposed to Arena they don't.
Nothing has value ever. But yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I think you have value.
Shut up.
Damn.
Give you kisses later, baby.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. It's one of those weird things that like if they did that around like when they were gonna release Pioneer, I think that would be like ideal. Because, okay, now you have to go back farther. Hey, here's an exchange program so you guys can actually build Pioneer decks. Would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Or they could just be like, oh, buy these packs, build Pioneer decks. We know you're going to.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Buy these packs, or we'll dox you on the internet. This is a threat.
This is a threat.
Give me your money
All right.
now.
So, one that really, obviously, since Liam's not a big Arena person currently, but me and Brandon are, so the Jumpstart set that is coming out in July. Wizards.
It's got good reprints.
It did. They got some fantastic reprints. However,
You like Reanimate? I like Reanimate.
I played.
You like Oracle Moldiah?
I played in formats with Reanimate.
Do you like Oracle Moldiah?
It's ridiculously expensive, and
Good, because it got reprinted.
I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
one.
At rare.
That's good, but is it?
Not that that really matters.
Is it
because, like,
rare, or is it the hidden super secret rare?
No,
where
it's
blah, blah, blah,
in the
blah?
rare slot, but each pack is like a seeded pack, so
Yes.
each one of those packs comes out at a certain rarity, so it's
yeah, it's
Weird.
it's really fucking weird.
It's rare TM.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's not fun. I don't like that.
I think you'll hit it more than you think because there's only so many like seeded packs you can get, right?
Yes.
So I don't know.
But so we're gonna talk about the changes that changes for Arena as opposed to paper. So first off, Chain Lightning is going to become Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt both become Lightning Strike on Arena, which I was super sad about.
I was like, boo.
I was like,
Those
historic.
cards are so good though.
yeah, but
Right,
like
but,
if you're just
For historic, right? It's not like in
No,
historic. Those
you've
cards
got
are
like Goblin. You have Goblin Guy. No, you don't.
no,
No.
No, you've got a Swift Spear on Arena.
Nope.
nope,
You don't.
no.
What the fuck? Why was anybody playing Arena then? Why are you playing Historic Arena then?
Because it's its own format.
Because obliterated.
Because sometimes you don't want to play
I
standard.
thought Historic Arena was gonna turn into Pioneer. I'm thinking
I
Pioneer.
think eventually it will.
Like, that's what it's going to be eventually, but
Okay.
But we've got like all the
Doesn't-
Hondens on there, which is weird.
Doesn't current Historic have cards that aren't legal in Pioneer?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so that's not happening then.
I don't know. It's weird.
Why would they add cards that aren't legal in Pioneer that format?
Right, they
So,
might
like,
keep Historic as a format, but also like Pioneer.
Yeah,
later,
right.
But,
I mean, like
but,
historic,
like,
right? They
if
can
they
take
put
certain
Pioneer on
cards and put them in.
Historineer.
Historian.
If they
Priority.
put Pioneer on there, everybody's moving from Historic to Pioneer. Is what I was.
Oh,
Getting at more.
yes. I mean, yeah, because
Yeah,
like
but the
it's
cards
the
aren't worth
transition.
anything, so who cares?
Yeah.
Think about that.
I like Pioneer better.
Same.
Yeah.
But I don't get to play Pioneer because everybody's dead.
'Cause everybody's dead of the
Everyone.
coronavirus. Everybody died. We are talking to the void right now.
Yep.
This is a cry for help.
So Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt is definitely very sad. Those becoming Lightning Strikes.
Yeah,
Ball,
that's
ball
too
Lightning. Ball Lightning becoming Lightning Serpent. I was like, this is some BS right now.
Right, like Ball Lightning is not like a high power level card. They were talking about like stuff with technical issues also, but like I feel like they've already programmed like way harder cards.
I was like, second
right?
end
like,
of turn. I'm like, I feel like you guys at least have one or two of those effects already in.
Like, how is Ball Lightning not able to get coded on there?
I mean, they have 3-mana Chandra that makes 1/1s with haste that gets sacrificed on the
That's
end
what I'm
step.
saying. It's like
Yeah.
I don't understand.
They're probably like, it's
Brandon,
6 damage,
okay.
turn 3.
Ball Lightning is a ball. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? Have you?
It's also lightning. Have you thought about that?
You're.
Do.
That's why they're not including Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt. They're all
Oh,
lightning.
They're all lightning. So
But
we
they're
can't
including
have-
Lightning Strike and Lightning Serpent, so your logic is flawed.
It is just a straight equivalent exchange of lightning for lightning.
Yeah.
Yes,
Instead of
more.
chain-
It's more different lightning.
Instead of chains, we've got strikes.
I'm not sure I know what lightning serpent is. Can you hover over that?
Lightning
Yeah.
Serpent's a 3/1, right?
No, it's
Or a
the
2/1
red.
trample?
It's the red X.
Oh yeah, it's
From Ice
terrible.
Age?
It's terrible.
Why?
From Cold Snap.
What?
Yeah.
It's
Go
awful.
to Ball Lightning.
Right? It's,
Ball, it's a
Go to
ball.
Ball Lightning. Why? Why?
Yeah, they definitely
Because-
can't program
because for
sacking
3
at the
mana,
insta.
Lightning Serpent's only a 4/1 as opposed to for 3 mana, Ball Lightning's a 6/1 with
Yeah,
Trample
but
and
for
Haste.
3 mana, Ball Lightning is your friend.
I don't care.
Right?
You want to know what kills Ball Lightning? Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt kills Ball Lightning.
Yeah, but that's not in the format.
I know,
idiot.
but it could be.
Right?
It doesn't Chain Lightning.
You know what else kills Ball Lightning? Shock.
Right? Like, just any of those.
A Johnny's Chosen?
Enchantment is about having a control creature too. White creature.
That could be fun, though.
Right, but like that is getting replaced with Archon of Sun's Grace. And I was like, that. Why? What is wrong with the Johnny's Chosen? Like,
What is Archon of Sun's Grace?
it's
do?
the Theros
Yeah.
constellation
Yeah, so
one.
I actually like
Where,
this.
right, but I'm saying,
I like
like,
this card a lot. I don't know why we can't
But-
just have a Johnny's Chosen. Right?
watch, I was like, there's the only difference is that Johnny's Chosen makes 2/2 cats, and the other one makes Pegasuses that are just better.
Well,
like,
this one attaches whatever aura.
I thought
to
Wizards
it
was
also.
pro cat.
okay,
But like, I don't know if that's just like a hard thing for them to code right now, and they might add it
okay,
in later,
maybe, all right.
or if like,
I mean, they've. I don't understand this. Like, it's hard to code
yeah, they say like
Phrase
for
you're
technical
throwing out.
reasons. Also, that's
Maybe.
for
That's
technical
why.
reasons
Yeah,
because
like-
technically we don't want to.
Yeah, right. Like,
Technically, I don't feel like it.
and
like-
I'm just trying
oh,
to figure it out, man.
Man, I was real sad about the Angelic Arbiter not being in there and just places Sarah's
They
Guardian.
might also just be trying to make like Arena like a lot more like newer player friendly, or just trying to keep it newer.
But like
player
Angelic
friendly.
Arbiter, that doesn't do anything to break the game. It's
Because
like,
it's
hey,
not
Lightning Serpent has more words on it than Ball Lightning.
Right, right. The people can read, but
can they?
can they? But like Angelic Arbiter is a weird one, and it's honestly when I play against in a commander, I'm no longer having any fun. So maybe they're just like
It
the fun
costs
factor on this
7.
card. So, okay, so did Agent of Treachery, Warden.
It did, but now it comes into play for free.
You can't cheat it in. You can't cheat Angelic Arbiter in with Winota though.
You can cheat it in with Genesis.
You can cheat it in if you've got a gun.
Okay.
You can cheat it in if you've got a gun.
It's true.
Right.
You can cheat anything.
Like
in.
Draconic Roar was also when I was like,
Yeah,
What-
I
what's
don't-
Scorching Dragon Fire?
Yeah, I don't. Okay, that's the 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's already.
I
in
mean,
this-
I
that's
like
already in
that
the
card
format.
better, but like,
like the 3 damage could man,
I don't know,
like you have to
I
play
don't-
dragons. Like currently in Historic, there are not a lot of good dragons.
I
maybe
like
that's the
cards
reasoning for
like
not putting
that.
it in
I like cards like
But it-
Draconic
because
Roar.
I want it to
though.
be played.
What?
Draconic Roar is interesting because at least you have to build around it and you have to like.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of
work
crazy
to
good
include it.
dragons.
Right, but that, like now, but it's
Yeah.
one of those like you have other sets coming
And
out.
there never
Why
will
couldn't
be.
we have Flame Tongue Kavu?
Okay, I'll tell you right now, you couldn't have
Flame
Flame Tongue combo.
Real
Why
good.
not?
Flame Tongue combo is real good.
That card good.
But why can't we have Flame Tongue Kavu? Give me Glory Bringer at
Flame
least.
Tongue Combo isn't even a ball.
Give me Glory Bringer. Give me Draconic Roar. Let's go. Goblin Lore. Yeah, they replaced
You
Goblin
got
Lore.
Jory-
With the
Bring-
Oriflame, which, yeah, I was like...
Yeah, that's not even like the same card at all.
But
Right, like all the other ones, you're like, okay, like I can understand, like you're something like, no, this one's like, Goblin Lore is a pseudo red draw, pseudo.
Okay, so Goblin Lore, they have the pieces to make Hollowed One very good with Goblin Lore.
I don't think Hollow One's on Arena.
It is.
Is
Oh,
it?
it is?
Historic
Yeah.
because-
yeah.
That's right. It was.
I can say
I
that.
always get confused, like
That and then
between
favored-
Kaladesh and like Hour and which one they
Yeah.
have on
Is
there.
it favored Hoplite, the 1-mana 1/2 that gets +1
from,
+0
like,
for
old
each
Darius.
card?
No, that's
No, that's
the
something else.
Almond Cat one.
Yeah, the Almond Cat.
Almond
Um,
Cat.
It's
yes.
a little Anubis guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
That,
little
yeah,
jackal
yeah,
guy.
yeah. The one that
Yeah.
never played in Hollowed One. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see it. Fanatic and Mogus.
Where I was-
I can see it. Fine.
Well, but I suppose like this is like I'm like Flame Tongue Kabu. I'm like it's kind
Flame
of
Tongue Kabu is just actually good removal.
it is
Yeah.
because it's
Like the
4 damage.
Fanatic and Mogus is very board dependent. Like.
Yes.
You're board dependent.
All right. I will say I do understand Exhume.
Why can't I just bring back Ulamog? I don't get it.
That's all. It's just like
Why won't you let me do that?
Why can't I just win the game on turn 2 probably?
Come on.
I like turn 3, right? Like turn 2, you know, like was it
What else is really big and stupid in Arena right
Thrill?
now?
Yeah, Thrill Possibility. Discard this Ulamog. By the way, Exhume. You can get a creature back. Sure, here's Ulamog.
And then you get Agent of Treachery, and you feel like a big idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel really dumb.
You feel sad.
I'm pretty sure it's banned historic though.
Look, why? So why is the I'm not whatever seer, Fadea, seer.
Freddy.
You know, maybe the technical limitation is they just didn't have enough time to code all these cards, so they're just like, eh.
I mean, it's just like
So
they-
these are like the dregs.
We're working from home, and we just don't feel like
right.
Path to Exile, I can
Mausoleum.
Oh,
see, I guess.
yeah,
Turkey.
Path to Exile. I understand that one. Like,
I guess.
I honestly read Mausoleum Turkey, and I'm proud
Honestly,
of
I
that.
would love to have Path to Exile because I think Uro is a ridiculous card and needs like a really good answer.
I think Path to Exile is a fair, reasonable card.
I think so.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
The
that's what I'm
downside
saying.
of-
Like, I could I wish they would just give us Path to Exile.
Ramping your opponent is like actually never good.
Okay.
It's never good. It's like
Ugh.
very rarely good.
Right, but
it's great. I love it.
So,
I love
like-
it. Late,
It's
like
the best.
early in the game, Path to Exile, I feel like is
I
really
do also
detrimental.
understand read the runes. I was like, okay, I understand why you guys do not want that one.
There's got to be some way to break that.
Use your draw X cards for each card drawn this way. Discard a card less. Just sacrifice a permanent.
So I mean, like the red black sacrifice deck is already a thing. They could easily splash blue, and just to get like intrinsic value out of it.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening, honestly.
No, I feel like they play like exactly one cat and sacrifice it 28 times.
It's
a
also
turn.
instant speed, so you combo it with Uro.
Instead of you killing my creature, I'm gonna draw a card and
I
sacrifice
wouldn't
it.
call that a combo with Uro. I'd call that a nice synergy with Uro. But
But
like,
I mean,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's girls
Because
gonna
like
die
you gotta
anyway.
you gotta
yeah.
tap out to play Uro first, and then do this, and then you're just tapped out twice.
It could just be that that card is a lot of complicated situations in which you can play it, and they just decide
I
to
can see
avoid
that
it.
too. Yeah.
I said, replace with Gather. All right. Reanimate. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Why can't I
obviously.
just
But
have
dude,
turn
like-
one Ulamog?
But Doomed Necromancer, I was like, really? All right, like.
It's a fixed version of it that's slow and terrible. What's wrong with
Right,
that?
that's why I was like, okay, like it's something that's very easily studied.
Mhm.
Also, I'm like,
Heuristic Study was specifically because
Brawl.
I already hate playing against this card. Could you imagine? Like, did you pay the one? Did you pay the one? Did you pay the one?
but
I hate it.
Brawl, Brandon, we put Riscotti in
I
Brawl.
want to vomit.
I'm not a fan of heuristic study in general.
Yeah. And it's got dirty, dirty Therese Nielsen art.
That fiend.
Oh man, like Shoulder the Whispering one would have been so much fun in Historic. At me.
I don't get why we couldn't have Shieldred reanimate.
I don't get why
and
anybody
Exhume.
likes Shieldred.
Like, I just want to play Shieldred and Ulamog in the same.
I
Can I
think
not
I'm-
just have Legacy Reanimator on Arena?
I've only seen Shieldred get played like a couple times, and it was just reasonable.
Yeah, it's usually a commander card.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, like I
Where it's
said,
like,
like
okay,
she's,
we're at,
she's
like,
not
turn
overly
8.
busted.
Yeah.
I was like,
right,
really?
right.
She's like,
It's when you turn 1 the Shieldred.
Wait a second,
Yes.
swap walk? No.
but I was like, for me, I was like, Carnifex team. I was like, really? All right. I'm like, so it's like, cool. Like, was it 2? So yeah, so it's like, 6 mana for a 4/4 flyer that you just pay 2, make something else small, and it gets bigger.
I don't remember what Scourge of Neltoth is.
That's the.
The Dargon. Yeah, see, we couldn't have Draconic Roar, so we couldn't have Scourge of Neltoth either.
Yeah.
Yeah, because dragons are stupid.
Yeah, I hate them. 1/8 my
I
family.
mean, yeah, well, this one you could cheat back into play pretty easily.
That's the point of him, though, right?
Yeah, I mean that is. But it's like some of the things. I mean,
See,
like,
I feel like all these cards that they left out get answered by another card they left out. Like how bad
why?
is it to feel when you Scourge and Neltoth and get pathed, right?
How
Like,
bad is it when you play Shieldred and it gets passed?
Exactly.
like this one, I'm like, what? Why?
Because
like-
it's a cat monkey, and I think we can all agree that neither of those things are acceptable.
That's right. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of +1/+1. I don't know.
And so I was like, okay, you make something else bigger. Eh?
I don't know. Is there like a Hardened Scales deck that's just too
I
good?
feel like that's another
In-
one.
In
Actually,
historic, no.
like Pollen Bright Druid is almost the same card, right?
Almost. It's.
No,
I mean,
not even.
it's
Almost.
No.
it's 1 or proliferate. Like
Because they
That's
feel
not-
like,
that's not the
I
same.
just don't need a.
right,
Because that enters with 2 counters. You
It
can move
makes
any
it
number.
2/2.
So like if you had that in Hardened Scales, then every upkeep you could put 2 counters on another target thing, basically.
well, I mean, twice.
Yeah, you could do that twice.
I mean,
if
you
you
get
had
to
like
pull-
two,
you
if you
just
had
get to
2 of them in
proliferate.
play, then they would just infinitely grow each other very,
Thought
very
Scour.
slowly.
I do
I
not
love
under,
that card.
I do not understand why Thought
What?
Scour is not historic.
I love Dot Scour. That
Uro.
card is so good. It's like
Uro.
the bread and butter of so many things.
It powers out Uro. Real easy.
Yeah, Uro was the mistake, not Dot
Yeah,
Scour.
Yeah, well, they're not going to make it the mistake twice, so. They can't ban Uro. He's selling Theros packs.
I am pro Dot
What?
Scour.
Why is Time to Feed not
I
in
don't know. I
historic?
like Prey Upon better anyway, so.
Because there's no reasonable explanation for this one, and I'm opting out of this.
I was like, it's a sorcery speed, Prey Upon, that gains you 3 life.
I think Prey Upon was already in Arena, so.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it
it's-
has the word time in it, and time isn't real, so
Yeah, time is just a concept of human perception.
it's
Yeah.
true. An illusion created.
So I mean, like, yeah, like I was like some of the jumpstart things. I'm like Exhume, Reanimate. Okay, yes, those do not need to be in historic. Like, but some of them, like, really? All right.
Like I was saying, like a lot of like the cards that they removed get solved by other cards that they removed.
Yeah.
Like I think Path was just a good answer to like half the cards that they were like, no, that's too strong.
Right. I mean, like, I guess historic burn. You don't want to give them Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
I can like that one. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I'll give
I
you
can-
that
I
one.
can-
But I'm
I
like,
see
I'm
that,
like,
but,
Bolt
like-
Lightning's fine at that point.
I think
So,
Path is a fine card too.
The
like-
problem with like Lightning Bolt is if you put Lightning Bolt into your format, then it's the most played card probably.
yeah, you're probably right.
Lightning Bolt's incredibly splashable,
Right,
whereas like Chain Lightning is not so much.
Yeah.
I mean, Chain Lightning or even like Ball Lightning, right? Like you have to be your mono red
I
and
still don't
also
understand.
Wall
Ball
Lightning,
Lightning.
it's a ball.
Like they replaced it with a card that's not an Arena, and it's like worse than Ball Lightning, and Ball Lightning already isn't good.
Hey, on turn 12 when you got 12 mana, you know what's better than Ball Lightning?
2 Ball
Lightning
Lightnings.
Serpent.
2 Ball Lightning.
4 Ball Lightning, you have 12 mana.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
That's what they were
Ma-
worried about.
right.
I was
They were
sandbagging.
worried about 24ing you on
I
turn
was
12.
I was
No,
sandbagging.
I just realized because I played this deck on Moto, for modern. The M20 elemental that when you attack you get an elemental back
Mhm.
with toughness less than him.
I can see
So
that.
you keep getting Ball Lightnings back.
Okay,
I
well,
was
kill the guy.
sandbagging my playset of Ball Lightnings until I had my 12 lands in play. What's up?
I'm like, yeah, that's gross, but they also just still have the like
The one, but
the storm.
That's cool
the,
because
the
I was
storm guy
sandbagging
from
my
Theros
full
that
bolt.
just taps gets freaking like the make a guy 20/20 fling it.
yeah.
Like I've died on turn 2 in Arena like multiple times. And I'm just
Oh
like,
man,
why?
there's that devotion to red guy that when a creature with a certain amount of power or greater dies, you get tokens.
Annex.
That would have been
Annex.
cool with Ball Lightning.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been cool with Ball Lightning.
Yeah.
My
All right, so
opponent's life total would have been cool with Ball Lightning.
Depends on the deck they're playing. All right, so last thing, deck. We're gonna like deck ideas or things that we're excited with Core 2021.
It's Ugin.
There's some good reprints. I like that. I wanna mess around with the 2-mana anticipate, that if you flash it back it just turns into draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
I think that could be very fun. Is that an instant speed card?
It is
It's
a
a sorcery
sorcery.
speed
It's a
card.
sorcery.
But like, I feel like anticipate's already a playable effect, right?
Yes.
What's the
So-
what's that version of curiosity that gives your creature +1/+1?
The
The one that was played in mono blue.
Curious Obsession.
Yeah, Curious Obsession, yeah.
I've been wanting to make a Curious Obsession Dreadhorde Arcanist deck for fun.
Mhm.
And
For Pioneer, Modern.
just for fun. And probably
Yes.
Modern.
Okay.
Because
All right.
I don't really, well, you could do it in Pioneer. It'd probably be better. But
Mhm.
yeah, I would do that. Anticipate, and then you just draw 3. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right, but
In Modern, you could also just play Snapcaster. maybe
I
as
like
well.
that blue card. Sorcery speed is pretty prohibitive, but I feel like just playing Anticipate, getting the
Teferi
Snapcaster
exists.
Mage, Teferi exists. Not for much longer in Standard, but Teferi exists.
Yeah.
And then
What? He'll still be in Standard. F you.
yeah, for 3 months. And then
no, new Teferi.
you're right.
I was like, Teferi's still in Standard.
But snapcasting it back, I feel like is just such
Oh
a
yeah.
powerful.
That
effect
seems like
you,
a lot of
Right,
fun.
Yeah.
It's 4 mana, but it's also 4 mana draw 3 cards.
I mean,
Four
it's
mana
4
draw
mana
3 cards
over-
have a
over-
2/1.
Over like. Yeah, I flashback like Terminates.
Or
with
you could
Snapcast
play
Mage,
it. You
right?
could play it with Teferi, use Teferi's plus, and then on your opponent's end step draw
Yeah.
3 cards.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I am most excited about trying to run Teferi Tribal in Pioneer because with the core 2021 Teferi, if you have Oath Teferi, you can ult him in 2 turns.
I actually talked about like Teferi Tribal on my podcast. So like we just got 3 drop Teferi, 4 drop Teferi, 5 drop Teferi. We're doing it.
Yeah. And well, that's the thing with Oath
And
Oath
the
of
feature
Teferi.
Teferi.
I mean, in Modern, sure.
Yeah, that's what we're talking.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
I'm talking about. That's
Yeah.
where Hero Dominator is. I guess you do it Pioneer.
I
Also.
see
I
you
guess you
Pioneer.
don't know what modern is. Well,
I do, but no, because like with the Oath, it was like draw 2, discard 2. My opponent's turn, draw 2, discard 2. My turn, draw 1, discard 1, take 2 extra turns. By the way, this
Yeah.
Hero of Dominaria is gonna
Like,
ult. GG.
That Teferi Master time like gets to ultimate a lot quicker than you think. Like it's a -10, but like you're taking up on each person's turn. So
Yeah.
like, tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, so especially when you're doing like 2, this is fun.
And also in Commander, that the card actually takes up to ultimate real fast.
Oh god.
yeah.
Real
Yeah.
fast in Commander.
Oh, what, you guys want another player? Yeah, 6 people in this Commander game? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Turn 4, turn 0, everyone's dead. That was fun.
Cool. That was great.
Glad I shuffled for 5 minutes for this. I like shuffling.
I really think like for Standard though, a lot of the same decks are gonna exist until rotation because
Dude,
Wilderness Reclamation is such a powerful card. 3 Fairies is such a ridiculous card. Like
I really want to see how Azusa and Nissa are gonna play together.
oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god. Okay.
Isn't Cultivate
Nissa.
also in Standard now?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I was just like.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you can play like, dude.
It's so bad right now. Like there is not, honestly, there's not a super fast deck that can really beat a Ramp Uro deck well.
Mhm.
I feel
like
like
even like, I think Team Reclamation gets a little smacked up by aggro, but the Brant
This was never an option.
deck I think is really pushing it out because it just plays like Growth Spiral turn 2 or whatever, then turn 3 like Uro or Teferi and
Well,
just like
Growth Spiral is rotating out now.
yeah.
right, but like right now
Right
because
now.
you're gonna have
Blue,
because
green,
like Nissa is also gonna be rotating out as well. But,
Blue Green has been just so good
oh god.
for
yeah.
so long in Standard.
And in Modern now too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Uro's made a lot of Blue Green happen.
I think
Dude,
Astrolabe also.
So at first it was a good old band in every format.
Mm-hmm.
What's his face?
Oko.
Oko,
Yeah.
yeah. And then they're
Dude,
like,
I just
okay.
I want to know what this format is that they were thinking about, where they had like Oko, Fires of Invention, the Companions,
Right, it was-
Uro, Growth Spiral, all this crap in the format at the same time.
And what- no, so,
oh
like,
man, the no
what-
ban. They should just have like a no ban
I
this
want to do
weekend
that.
on Arena.
I want to do that
Oh
so
my
bad.
Well, no, so
we
like,
should just do that here.
I do I do understand, like, because you guys both played back in, like, Khan's Theros
That was
standard.
one of my favorite
Right.
standards.
And the power level was so high, but not broken, right? Like, and that's what they were.
I stopped at that point.
Did you?
I know,
played
that was a
Ravnica Theros, and then after Ravnica rotated out, I was like, I just like playing Sphinx's Revelation. I'm out.
Okay.
You
But
should have played Siege Rhino. It was Sphinx's
They
Revelation.
travel in
Rhino.
herds.
yeah, they do. Yes, they do.
It was the battle of Siege Rhino versus Mantis Rider.
Well, so I mean that's still a good example, right? So like Theros Ravnica, like the power level was very high, but it wasn't broken, right? That's
Those
what
are both really good. Like
those are fantastic,
successive formats.
right?
Like
And
War of the Gods is set.
and so like Wizards, I kind of like Wizards like kept trying to push the power level, and they kept making things broken, so they toned the power level way down, and people were like, well, I don't want to play standard. Like this is just literally a mid-range only format, realistically. And so it's like, and so
it's
then
my kind of format.
and then they tried pushing the power.
They
tried pushing the power back to where it was. Like you can't just do that. You gotta
They
like, creep it up
overcorrected
a
a
little
couple
bit again.
times pretty hard.
They're new. Like they were doing that for a while, where they were just trying to like make mid-range crap in standard, and now finally they're like,
Well, there's like battle cruiser magic, right?
Yeah.
It was like we're gonna make big, cool, splashy, impactful cards that it's fun to play.
design philosophy right now is like trial by fire. Just
Money.
Yeah. It's, well, and I mean, like, it's what.
trial by fire is what I mentioned.
Yeah. No.
Trials by firing inventions.
No. Let's not do that.
What kind of big stupid spell can we put into cheating with fires of invention? It's a agent of treachery.
Let's just show and tell omniscience in standard.
honestly,
Oh my
I
god.
don't see a problem.
like let's just make standard legacy,
Let's just make standard great again.
and then like what even is power level? It's all broken.
What even is power?
Actually,
Think about
legacy.
that.
I feel like legacy is a really like well balanced format.
Legacy
It
has
is because
yeah,
there's just
Force
this
of Will, and
Yeah, it's
Force
got,
of Will is a
Wasteland.
stopgap.
It's got
Force of Will
yeah,
Wasteland prevents a lot of people from getting too greedy.
a whole lot. Like
Though
it's got a lot of
Astrolabe's
safety
in the
valves.
format, Wasteland is not as good.
Yeah, but I mean
Bummer.
like it's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good. Astrolabe is also pretty good. It's amazing how like Prophetic Prism for 1 mana is just like
Well,
like,
it draws
whoa.
you a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prophetic Prism does too.
Yeah.
It's just 2 mana.
You're
Draw a
right
card for
about
the same
that.
effect.
It's
One
also-
more
it's-
colorless mana, but
I have mixed feelings about it because on one hand, it's negatively affecting
Mhm.
formats by being auto included in a lot of decks where it just has no synergy because it's just that good.
it's just 1 mana draw a card. Right?
But
It's
on
okay.
the other hand, it's also making
It-
these formats more accessible because now you
Right.
don't need as many underground seas
Yeah.
to play. You do need fetch lands and
Well,
basics.
right?
so-
You know what? I guess I get it. Like Astrolabe really is just playing like 4 fucking Street Wraiths, right? Like you're playing a 56 card deck now because you're just
Yes,
like 1 mana.
it's-
There's a mana investment into
Right,
it,
but-
with not
I mean,
A very small one.
Well, it's initially like you're not initially like mana fixing. You're effectively like turn 1, you're mana fixing yourself kind of.
it's
So
basically
you get a basic and then you get the Astrolabe. But
I kind of view it as like a replacement for Serum Visions or Opt in a lot of decks, where it's like we would be looking for an effect that's just a cantrip, but instead now we just get a cantrip and fix our mana base and not worry about it.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
weird because for a long time in Modern, the Groll, what is that deck called? Panza?
Ponzo.
That was doing super well, and I'm like, how are you succeeding in a field of Astrolabes? What's going on here?
Because like you still have to have land to make Astrolabes work, and if they can just keep you off of
mana to
you still-
cast spells, you
right.
idiot.
I just how does that deck perform against Uro though?
I think at this point
So
they've
it's
kind of
the-
moved away from like being like Ponza and just blowing up lands, and they're just like questing beasts
So
and
The
Berkeley.
Obosh version of that deck was actually sick.
Oh yeah, it was.
Mhm.
No, so like it's more of a tempo, right? They want to try and keep you off of lands long enough for them. Like here's the Inferno Titan, like you have to deal with this
like,
now.
go ahead and gain 3 life.
Yeah, it's like here like I blew up your land for 2 turns. Here's an Inferno Titan
Like if you don't have
that
4
now
lands,
I'm cracking you
yeah.
for 9.
If
You
don't
are
have
now
4
on the
lands,
clock.
You can't cast Uro from the graveyard.
Yeah.
So.
It also fuels Uro. Think of that.
It feels
It's,
Uro if he's got
I
4
mean,
lands.
yeah, but you also have to get 2-3 lands to be able to cast Uro, and that deck was usually pretty good about taking away lands turn 3, turn 4.
I also don't like the way that Astrolabe, specifically in Modern, makes multicolored decks essentially free to play.
Yeah. it
Instead,
really does.
before you'd have to like shock and kill yourself a
Mhm.
bunch in order to do
Yeah.
that, and now you kind of get to conserve your life total, which makes burn a lot worse when it was like a staple of the format for the longest time.
Burn is
still
still
up there.
there. Burn is
It's
still
still-
doing
it's still-
very well.
It's still good, but it's the deck has changed. It wasn't for a while we weren't seeing traditional burn. We were seeing the go wide like boss sly version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I almost like because Ember Cleave.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
They don't play Embercleave in Modern.
They do.
That's crazy.
They're playing Ember Cleave right now. It's 2 mana. Give your dude double strike +1/+1 and
Trample.
See,
trample.
I don't play Embercleave. I play Teamer Battle Rage.
Yeah, but it's just like a constant Teamer Battle Rage.
But I could play Embercleave in Death Shadow.
You could.
Not
With
well.
my 1 attacking
It's
creature.
like, yes, not well.
What's up? 7 mana.
Hey, sometimes you got like 3 Death Shadows, and then it's
Yeah.
3.
So I played 3 Death Shadows this weekend.
Yeah.
I was like, here's the boys.
Sometimes your opponent looks at your Death Shadow and ticks up on Jace to look for a Lightning Bolt instead of just bouncing the Death Shadow. But
It's true.
I'm at me, Felix. It's still my favorite thing. I was like, play to win, bro, and he's like, yes. I was
Brainstorm.
I was like, not like that.
Double.
Lightning Bolt the Death Shadow.
The other way to win.
The other way to win.
Play the win. So you're saying I should just do what I feel like.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Where's more? There's more sets.
You know, for like 2021
There was,
though.
there's another.
Let's filter through some of the new cards.
I'm
what I was
excited
gonna
to
do.
brew on standard once Zendikar comes out because I feel like
There it is.
the format's kind of set right now. That's what the problem with like these big standard ones is like
Yes,
the old
it's-
sets. Like even in like
Yeah,
Cons, Thero standard, right? Like,
What makes me excited?
I am very interested with the who is that?
Boss Riquette?
Boss Riquette. Like the night deck was already kind of like the Mardu or Black White deck was already kind of there. I'm like this one now. I'm just like oh
right, but like there's usually like the cool like turn 3 night they play, right? Inspiring Veterans turn 2, but what do they play on turn
The
3?
one that looks at the top 5 and grabs a knight?
there's
Yeah,
there's
that
that
one.
one. Where I was like this one is like because the 2-drop when you cast a night spell you get a 1/1 human. So like you're just able to go wide. This lets you just go wider.
Right, but you already have to be committed to the board, and if you didn't do
Liliana,
anything,
the Walking Dead. Hold on a second.
if you didn't do anything turn 1, turn 2, like you're probably not winning that game anyway. But
Yeah.
like, that card is essentially dead, right? Baneslayer Angel
Baneslayer
is super cool until this page loads and you look all the way to the right at the sick green card called Greater Gargaroth, and then I'm like, eat a dick, Baneslayer Angel. Oh my god.
So realistically, how many decks do you think in standard are going to play Grim Tutor?
Not many. I realistically don't think you want to take your turn 3 off. I feel like that's a key turn in
Grim
standard,
Tutor
especially
is
right
like
now.
a commander card.
Like, Grim Tutor is 3 mana, and people are playing like Teferis and their Uros and stuff on turn
So-
3, and I feel like that's a key turn in the game that you don't want to use it as a setup turn.
Do you think Grim Tutor is going to see play in Pioneer?
I can
Or Modern.
see it in Pioneer or Modern as more of a combo piece, but I really just think Grim Tutor is more of a commander card. I think it's a super sweet like, reprint that needed to be reprinted.
What
I
are
don't
you
know.
What are you Grim Tutoring for in Modern?
I don't know, but I'm sure like it's going to create combo decks, you know, if it's played.
I think it's just too much mana.
I think so.
Like Storm might play it as a couple of, because it's just
It would be like 1 or 2 of maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. for
Because
sure.
you can Manamorphose to get the double black.
Sure, that's pretty niche though.
Right, and it's sorcery speed.
If my opponent's burning a Manamorpho,
Modern Storm is
my
sorcery
opponent
speed
is
as well, so-
Manamorphosing to get double black to Grim Tutor, I'm pretty happy about that actually. I'm like, sweet, you just wasted a Manamorphose. Your Storm counts worse.
Is
It's
it?
a Grim Tutor, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're just if that's all they're doing for their turn. Then they
No,
burn
like
a
it's like while they're comboing, because it's effectively it's an extra 2 like gifts and given. Yeah, go find the card that you want.
Yeah, but Gifts Ungiven is already plays into the deck strong suit. It's already like a fine card. I don't think this. What does this replace? What is this doing?
I won't lose 3 life. That's too much of a downside. No.
I could play that in Shadow.
I might play Grim Tutor in Pioneer in the approach deck.
I can see it. Yeah.
The only one I could see playing Grim Tutor, and it's probably worse than every other tutor, is Ad Nauseam in Modern.
Mhm.
So pretty sure you just have better stuff.
Yeah, because you have the vault.
Spoils of the Vault.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I can't see it played. I just don't think it's really.
I'm not saying I
going to make
can't
a
see it. I'm
huge
saying
impact.
I refuse to see it. If somebody
I
plays a
refuse to see
Grim
it.
Tutor on me, I'm going to cry and run away.
We're gonna bring that episode when it happens.
I like Massacre Worm as a reprint too. I don't know if it like deals with anything in standard right now, but I
Yeah,
think it's a good safety valve.
it deals with the night deck very well.
Yeah, I mean, but how much is the night deck even like being played? Like I see it from time to time, but it's not like tearing up the meta, you know?
Right, but I'm saying that, like, being able to have that sideboard option of like, here's a board wipe that also gives me
I think it's a good
body.
like nice safety valve in
Yeah.
case shit gets crazy, but like,
It just seems worse than Massacre Girl. Is she rotating out? Is she not
she's
even
gonna
leaving?
rotate out
She
when
is.
Zendikar happens.
Okay.
Also, Massacre Girl only did a -1/-1, and then you try to like build it
Yeah,
up.
but her effect builds up though. This is like -2/-2. How
Yeah,
many,
if you get
if
two
there's like
activations
night, if there's like a
Massacre,
Night Lord out, right? Then
But-
you're just not doing anything.
Well, no.
the Night Lords give like all other knights.
All
no,
other
but and then
ones.
there's
plus one, plus
there's the artifact that just buffs all your knights.
Right, but
That
like,
only gives it +1 though, right?
Yeah,
Or-
that's pretty much big enough to save all your knights from.
no,
Right.
not +1, just +1.
plus one, plus
Plus
0.
Lamer.
Yeah.
But this one also, the fact that whenever a creature in opponent controls dies, they lose 2 life. So if you're wiping the board, you're also dealing a bunch of damage as well, which I think is better than Massacre Girl with just having Menace.
That's fair.
I like Terror of the Peaks also. I don't know if that card's like super good, but I like it a lot. Whenever spells your opponent's cast that target Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life to cast, and then whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target.
Yeah.
I think that's a super dope Warstorm Surge.
Well, I think that's gonna probably be playing the Gruul deck hands down.
Compared to a lot of the other 5-mana mythic dragons that we've seen, it's not as good because those have had like haste and have killed things.
I mean, yeah,
Can we scroll up to the Great
I mean, look at
Gargaroth
Baneslayer
real
Angel
quick?
sitting right there.
Look at Great Elder Gargaroth. Read this green card.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
totally absurd, isn't it?
It's actually ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
5 mana for a 6/6. Vigilance, Reach, Trample. Add that to the
Whenever
list
it
of,
attacks
that
or
has
blocks.
Yeah, right?
Reach. Oh, that has Reach? Yeah. And
No,
then
the
whenever-
the only card I swear to God I've ever done that to was fucking Robber the Rich. Like,
Oh, that
wait,
has Reach.
what?
Yeah, it has
No!
Reach.
It's weird that we get these like other mythic rare cards that have all these like restrictions or like specific instances where you play them and they're good, and then green's like it's big, it's dumb, and it's always good, always.
Well, what was
But-
the 10 mana for 5, or the 10/10 for 5 greens? Like,
I don't
This is
think
what
this
green is.
card sees any play until rotation, though.
Why not?
Well, because you've got...
you have Questing Beast.
Well, I mean, that has haste and hits immediately, though,
Right.
right? Like, if they're tapped out, you just... Bah! You gotta wait a turn. They've got, like, Teferi, they've got Banishing Light in the format, they've got, it even dies to, like, the Elspeth Conquers Death,
Yeah.
which is a really, like, super highly
Oh
played
god,
removal spell.
that card is.
If you untap with this card, it wins you the game, right? But...
It
Not
might
even
not
that,
win you
if
the
you're
game,
it's
but
putting you
the,
there.
the,
If
the
you-
advantage bar should swing
you-
into your favor.
If you cast this card and your opponent attacks you, you're doing good.
Yeah, but they're obviously not going to attack you.
Which means
I
you're gonna
think-
untap with it.
Yeah,
and
Right,
then
no,
you
so-
win the
but
game.
they're just going to remove it.
I think
I mean, everything dies to remove it.
currently in standard, I think he's a sideboard card because if you go against like a Gruul
Look,
deck,
if you
he's
play this
fantastic.
card and you have a gun, you win the game.
You're right. I see this card actually in like Team of Reclamation though as an alternate win con, because it's got the counterspell backup in the main deck already.
Okay, I can
So,
see that.
yeah.
I can see that.
Demonic Embrace. Oh man, I saw that card. I was like, that's definitely gonna see play in standard.
I don't think I've read this card. Okay, it's the enchantment, huh?
Yeah.
Gender Gatry gets +3/+1 and has flying and is a demon in addition to its other types.
This
You
card's
cast
fantastic.
from the graveyard by paying 3 life and discarding a
Oh
card.
god, if I could open one card in draft, this would be it.
It's yeah. This
That's disgusting.
that's like.
You gotta have a creature. They have Teferi.
You kill Teferi. You play like two
I was-
dudes.
I was like, the one I immediately saw this one was the red black sacrifice deck. Because oh no, I discarded a cat. By the way, cat's back.
Cat's got wings. Cat's a demon.
Cat's got wings.
This is an angry fucking cat, dude.
I don't know. If, I don't know
It's
if
a
this is
demon cat. It is literally a demon cat.
I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is like a constructed card, but this is definitely like a draft.
It's a limited bomb for
all-
sure.
all
Oh,
star.
yes.
Like oh my
Um,
god.
I'm not sure how good it's gonna be in like standard.
Also, Spirits, I know, was really happy about the,
You know what?
the stupid ghostly pilfer.
I kind of like Demonic Embrace. There's like that black, white enchantments deck that plays
Yes.
like the 1/2 guy that whenever a creature you control dies with an aura on it, like
Yeah.
you draw.
You
a card.
draw all those cards,
And I
yeah.
feel like this gives it not quite enough of a toughness boost, and that it's likely to die. You'll just get to draw a card off it and then recast it again next turn, right? So
I mean, you're always going to discard a land to this thing anyway. It seems fine. It's
Or
just like a
something that
recursive-
already has recursion, like Uro.
Right,
Oh no!
right. I doubt this is seeing any play in the same deck
If
as
you're
Arrow,
playing,
But no,
if you're
Kroxa,
playing
Kroxa,
this
Kroxa,
double
excuse me.
black,
Okay, yeah.
So
Kroxa.
Kroxa.
if you're playing this card along Uro, you should not win the game.
Well, we got Astrolabe.
Oh my god. Man,
I
that's
like-
free.
I like Hooded Blightfang.
Yeah, no. The Ghostly Pilfer. I was like, man, Pioneer Spirits is just looking so much better.
Yeah, but cats and dogs.
No, Picasso. I need to talk about the Corgi Lord because oh my god. Hold on, go back. I was reading the card.
Come
Which
on.
one? Oh,
dude.
the
Yeah.
Containment Priest being in Modern is super sweet.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's just a safe effect to have in like any format, right? Like
It's super late though. Let's not lie right
yeah,
now. It's super
yeah.
late.
It's not doing much in
Like
modern right now.
when Dredge and
Hold on,
Arclight
go
Phoenix
back
were
down,
just
go
the
down,
decks.
Go down. Go down.
Oh,
Go down.
Okay.
In the battlefield, it wasn't cast, exile it. It does not stop Oko.
It
Or
does.
no, Uro.
Uro.
Yeah,
Correct,
Yeah,
because
I thought it
yes.
did also. What
No.
it does stop is Winota triggers, which is why I think Winota got suspended in Historic instead of outright banned because they're going to see if Containment Priest can keep it in check, you know?
They can contain it.
It can contain Winota.
Exile instead. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't
Yeah.
actually enter the battle. I was saying if it
Yeah.
actually entered the battlefield at all. So I was like, I guarantee you right now, it doesn't care. Like, Enter Treachery enters and then just immediately leaves. Like, that's fine.
Mhm.
Take a permanent. Like,
Right.
I was like, no, okay.
No. Yeah, it can't. If it would, it gets exiled
Yeah.
instead. Yeah. And that and Agent of Treachery's banned in Historic, so.
And then the good old
Yeah.
glorious anthem.
Whoa.
Conspicuous Snoop is super dope also.
Also the
Yeah, see the truth. I'm excited about that
Yeah.
card. That card looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah, the conspicuous Snoop was like, hey goblins, here's a here's a turn 3 kill.
See the truth is like just Pioneer playable, right? Because you've got
hands down.
You've got Jace Vern's Prodigy.
Yeah.
Well, you also have mission briefing if you really wanted as well.
That's true.
Scroll back up for a second. Chandra's Incinerator.
Scroll down. Scroll up. Scroll down. Up.
Have you read this card?
Yeah,
It's okay. Whatever.
Have you read it?
yeah.
Have you seen it?
Have you
People,
seen this? Have you
like-
heard about this?
People are freaking out about this card. They think it's way better than it looks on the surface. Like
but if
I
I
was watching
lightning
Jim
bolt my
Davis.
opponent twice and then cast it,
Right,
oh my
like
God.
if you shock your opponent twice, like it only costs 2, right? So, like any form of non-combat damage triggers this guy. I think we might see him. I think we'll see him.
In standard, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm talking about standard. I don't know about modern.
Okay, yeah. I was like standard, sure. Like, yeah, I was like, I don't think any other format.
Yeah,
I
no, definitely a
I
standard
honestly,
card.
I don't think it's gonna be until rotation.
Yeah.
The
For the,
problem-
same reason
the
I
problem
did
with
I was
this
like,
card-
Runaway Steamkin Runaway Steamkin is just loads better than this.
The problem with this card in any extended format is that by the time you actually play it on the turn, it probably just eats shit immediately. You have to untap with it to like get good value out of it. It's probably just gonna eat.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
the
talking
dust.
about for like modern, right?
Yeah, for like
Yeah.
modern or
Yeah.
even like Pioneer.
I'm talking standard. People are thinking that's gonna
We're
be a house.
talking standard
We're talking
in here.
standard.
Wait,
the
let's
Pomea
go up.
format.
Go back up. What's this Lord man? What's this Karavek man?
Other
up to?
creatures get
Yeah,
minus
minus
one,
minus one. It's
I like this man.
He's a good man.
Oh, also the Goblin is insane.
Oh, yeah, the
conspicuous
The Goblin's
Snoop.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
already an
ridiculous.
infinite combo with it.
Yep.
It's ludicrous.
9 lives.
Well,
Lude.
I mean,
Nice.
Dude, what the heck?
don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
The red
He's
black.
in prime position.
Yeah, don't worry
Yeah,
about
don't worry
it.
about it.
That's for later.
He's waiting patiently.
Man,
I think he's okay.
Look at all those majestic big cats standing behind
I mean-
small kitten.
I like
The-
T-Rex card because it's got a T-Rex on
I like dinosaur.
it. Go barn.
so the thing with Gadrick is he can block is the big one for me.
Yeah, he can still block. It's kind of like the beast, the one that can't attack unless you control a 1/1. Love Struck Beast.
The Love-Struck Beast.
Yeah,
Also, like the
Have you
gargoyle as
considered
well.
Astrolabe though? Think about it. You get some Arkham's Astrolabes, you get some Mishra's Baubles.
For modern, I could see him more. In standard, I think he's going to be a
No.
little hard. Scavenging Ooze is a sick reprint also.
I don't think he's gonna see any play at all
The
in Modern.
the Sublime Epiphany. Everyone's like EDH. If you play blue, this card
Everybody's
is
like,
fantastic.
Mystical Dispute this in standard, right?
Yeah, guys,
Like,
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, everyone's like-
I'm sorry, it's Sublime. Not
It's
sublime.
almost- it's almost
Sublime.
a lime.
We're below lime level.
below
now.
lime. In fact, it's a tangerine.
Peer into the Abyss has some dope artwork.
It's my favorite
It's-
artwork.
yeah.
I think it's actually a super dope commander card also, but
Yeah.
I get a playmat of that.
Skews is a sick reprint. Ruined Halo is also a sick reprint. But
It's a good reprint, yeah. Ruined Halo at one point was like a $20 card.
Yeah, it was like a $30 card for a little bit.
Because
it was actually like a $40 card.
it was
It
40.
was actually like a $50.
It was actually like a $60.
It was a $200 card at one point.
I actually killed my family for a Ruined Halo one time.
It was a $685 card at one time. It was
Ruined Halo
absolutely
caused
ridiculous.
the great market crash of '98.
You know what? Grim Tutor is a super stealth reprint though, because that was $200 for a fat minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Because it was only found in the starter set. Like, it was just like,
Whatever, man.
Look at these stupid multicolored cards. Disgusting.
Ew.
dude, Sanctum of All, I was just like,
You gross Nambi. What is this? A woman on
It's
a
about
card?
time Shrines had something that was okay, right?
It's about time Shrine's got a job. I don't know what we're
I
talking
don't know.
about.
The Sanctum of All. Do you see it?
yeah. this one.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I think it's exactly okay.
Yeah.
But
All
historic
right, let's never talk.
shrines.
Nope, let's never
I
Brandon.
talk
think
about
it's
it again.
exactly okay.
It's historic shrines. It's gonna be a dick.
I think it's exactly okay.
Oh, the Grohl one seems pretty sweet. That seems actually playable.
Oh, Rada, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I've read it.
Well, no, there's something that has like almost a Rada effect. It's just better.
Is it Corsair Prefix?
No, it's in the set.
Is it Cruiser of Crufix?
You know what? You play Goblin Arsonist, you ping your opponent for 1. Chandra's Dead Raider only costs 5.
Dude, you know what? If you deal any point of non-combat damage to your opponent, it gets reduced by that much.
That's crazy.
I'm actually. peeing my
This
pants.
one.
What
Draw your
about,
second card each turn? Create a 2/2 green cat creature token. Until on a turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand. I think you play the other one for the land ability.
I think you
yeah?
play her with Euro and get a 2/2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh, God.
Ugh.
Ramp. God, we're gonna have to just deal with Ramp for 3 months.
What is this? A
Man.
magic card in my format? Ew. Ugh.
Bunch of dirty green players, man. I like Spark Hunter Massacre also.
I like Chromatic Orrery.
Yo, how good is Ugin gonna be in Standard? Do you think he'll see
How
any
good is
play?
Shut Up?
Is Ugin a good card?
No, he's terrible.
Yeah, he's pretty trash.
I don't think there's enough ramp in Standard to make Ugin playable, honestly.
You don't think Growth Spiral plus Uro plus...
Plus
Nope.
Cultivate.
Nope.
plus
Nope.
Plus
Nissa?
Nissa.
No.
I don't think you're
Plus-
ever gonna see Ugin before turn 5.
Plus Paradise Druid. Plus.
Yeah, well, you know what
Growth
Ugin
Spiral
can't
plus-
do? Kill another Ugin. Think about it.
He can take out.
Yeah, I mean, they don't. They just kind of look
Attack
at
with
each other.
Uro. That he didn't exile
Solemn
somehow.
Simulacrum is Solemn Simulacrum is actually sweet.
Yeah, he
So-
just ticked up on Uro. It was really weird. He just like shot him for 3. You know, there was one time I didn't realize I had lethal if I just ticked up with Ugin at like the pre-release, and so I minus 10'd him.
Epic.
I still won that game.
Oh
I
yeah.
hope so.
I still won that game,
Did
but
you
I felt like an asshole. I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I wanted
No,
to
you weren't. You were
prolong
like,
your
no.
I just
suffering.
saw the minus 10 and was like, yes.
You were going to die.
I think Spark Hunter Master Course is going to be really good, like before rotation, and then after rotation, we'll see.
Have you
'Cause
considered
I
the
just really
fact that-
like pinging Teferi for 1.
Have you considered the fact that if you ping your opponent because you are a planeswalker, it makes your Chandra's card cost 1 less? It says
Oh.
it says in the instruction manual, you are a planeswalker.
That's right.
Yeah.
I am one of those. That's why if you cast removal spell for planeswalker on player, they die. In real life.
I bet I could take Jason a fight.
If we're not using any magic in Ivogon, I could take Jason a fight.
Using. Like, I have 20 loyalty. He's only got like 4.
If I'm in my monster truck and I have my Heelys on, I can take Jason a fight.
The Heelys will just put it over.
Yeah, the Heelys let you slide your foot to the
if
gas
Jace
pedal
is
quicker.
currently begging for his life, gasping for air, I bet I could Healy on over. and
If
just
I
take
had
him
my
out.
if I had my sick rapier and I did a kickflip on my skateboard and your wife left me,
And your wife left me? What?
I could totally take
Oh,
out.
another sick
Two
reprint?
Gs.
Epitaph Golem.
I know what that is.
Put 2 mana, put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library.
Oh.
Boom!
I don't know why you read that to me. I said I knew it was.
I am happy
I totally
that
do.
Tormod's Crypt is getting reprinted because
Yeah, I've always wanted a foil of one of these that would bend.
Like now, like this actually makes me want
How
to
is
play.
that the first thing you thought of?
Right?
Just dead air. You just end the podcast right there. That's it. That's over.
I mean, like it's a very good answer that goes into any sideboard for the Uro
Yeah,
decks.
it's fine.
And the goddamn cat sacrifice decks. Like, hey, no.
I'm never sad to see Tormod's Crypt. I am sad to see Sad Robot, though.
Did you know that if you play
'cause he's
Tormod's
sad, so I'm
Crypt
sad.
and you use Shrapnel Blast to sacrifice Tormod's Crypt, deal 5 damage to your opponent, your Chandra's card will only cost 1 mana?
Boom!
Obviously. Idiots.
So turn 3, you got it, Brandon.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah.
Goblin Grenade.
Loser.
Chandra's Incinerator.
Is
cost
Goblin
one.
Grenade a historic?
No, but I wish it was.
Why? Why not?
Shut up.
Goblin Grade's not even in Pioneer. Is it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Goblin Grenade is horrible in Pioneer because it's not legal.
Yeah, that card's trash.
When was
In
it?
Pioneer.
I know it was reprinted in one of the core sets.
Yeah, I don't think it was like until way later.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
it's like-
it was a while ago. I
That
think
was
it was like 13.
that was like Core Set November.
Core set November.
Yeah.
That was Core Set Sea Cucumber. My favorite Core Set.
All right. Well, that's where we're gonna end the show. For those of you tuning in on June 23rd, 2020, tomorrow we have the early access event for Core Set 2021. So we're gonna be testing out some fun new decks.
How do we do that?
Yeah.
You can tune in and you can
Oh.
check us out on Twitch.
Tune into what?
MTG Dungeon 00.
On Twitch? Why not Mixer?
Yeah.
Because Mixer's dead now.
Why not
Mixer,
SoundCloud?
dude. What about just stream over
Why not
SoundCloud?
Blip TV? Why not YouTube's
Why not
live
MTV?
streaming?
We
Why
also
not
do.
out the window of your house loudly?
I do that all the time.
I cast Chandra's Incinerator for 5.
Neighbors, gather to my house. We're playing Magic the Gathering Arena.
Oh.
No,
So
not again.
you should definitely stop by, check us out, tell us what stupid decks you want us to try out, and see if they work. I know Brandon's definitely gonna be doing a lot of that.
Something
Play the green card. Play the green card.
Play Ugin. Play Cultivate. Do it.